let's understand first of all what is the IDMC. Okay, so we know that IDMC is like a
It's a intelligent data
data
cloud.
management. Okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, we have one more. The name call is like IICS. So why IICS? So why not? Why they change it? Before it's like IICS, and now it's completely they have changed it into IDMC. The reason behind is like, so IDMC is like a, as you tell, intelligent data management cloud, and
Hmm.
IICS like a Informatica intelligent cloud services. So the main difference between is like IICS. So in the IICS, we will only use the integrated platform. So which is not like all administrative platforms and all.
Okay.
And when it comes to IDMC, right? So we will be using complete IDMC tool. So it's like a full-fledged. Okay. So we'll be using all the services like that. So that's the reason they have
Hmm.
segregated into two, which is like IICS and IDMC.
Okay.
So in the IICS, so first let's understand the IDMC. IICS. The reason in the module one, the first topic, the reason why I kept is like IPOS is like in the IPOS is nothing but as a integrated platform as a service.
IPOS.
Integrated, yeah. IPOS is like a
IPOS.
integrated, okay, integrated platform as a service. So in IICS only we are using the integrated platform as a service. So all the development tools. So for example, it can be like a ETL concepts, or it can be like a any application integrations. It can be like any data profilings or a data quality things. All those things, right? All those things will be part of a IICS, and we call it as a IPAS. First, let's understand the IPAS. IPAS is like a integrated platform as a service. The reason why I was telling first, I kept as a IPAS solution is like, so yeah, so let's understand simple concept. Okay, so we all know that like a Flipkart, right? So in the Flipkart, just we are searching few things. For example, let me open some Flipkart,
Mm-hmm.
something randomly. So let me see, I'm searching some Samsung mobile. Okay, so if you see, right, so if I just type the Samsung, so it can be any type of mobile, any model. It can be S24 Ultra, it can be any model we can. But if you can type exactly S24 Ultra, I will get the so many S24 Ultras. If I keep the, S24 Ultras from different customers, right? From different the sellers and all.
Mm-hmm.
So what we are doing is like, so we are maintaining all these data. It can be any data. It can be like a product information. It can be like a supplier information. It can be like any customer information, where we will be storing in, like it can be on-prem database, or it can be like a cloud database. So we will be storing in one of the backend databases, configuring all those things, all those development and all in that IICS, where we are doing a profiling to get to know the what type of the data we have, or to discover the data, and creating some cleanse functions to make sure, or to clean our data for the reusable and all, or it can
So
be
discovery,
B360.
basically, discovery is used only to clean the data or to identify what type of data is available in the source.
Discovery is like a what type of the data we have.
Hmm.
So we are not cleaning it directly. Okay, in the profiling level, we just understand that what I mean what type of data we have. That's it. And yeah, if you want to do some cleaning, or if you want to do some standardization, or if you want to maintain the uniqueness of your data, you will
Hmm.
be creating some data quality rules, all those which is comes as a part of the development. So
Okay.
all those things, and we can see. So if you can see any e-commerce, right? So the names of the products, or it can be anything, will be in a standardized. So if you see everywhere, it's like a Samsung Galaxy S24 5G Snapdragon. Okay, and some sellers are selling it as like a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, like that. So what we are doing backend is like we are maintaining the unique names from all the different type of sellers
Okay.
in the IICS, and we are dumping it to the MDM. where we are maintaining the golden record by removing the redundant data and all. There in the data model level itself, we are configuring the search things and all. For example, as I told, right, I'm just searching with the Samsung. So I'm searching with the product name, not exactly, I'm just brand name I'm searching with. So it can be all type of the products under that brand it will come. So and if I search with exactly the Samsung mobile, right, I'll get all the mobiles comes under which comes under the 5G category. So all those configuration, or it can be like a search configuration, it can be like a fastable configurations. All those configurations will be doing in a IICS. And yeah, so once our data resides in a MDM SAS, right? So we are exposing our data through an APIs, which is nothing but the application integration. Okay. So through that
APUs?
APIs,
APIs. Okay.
yes, APIs. So yeah, if you, for example, I can inspect here, okay, just for understanding, I can inspect here. So yeah, if I see here, I'm just clicking the Samsung S24 Ultra. So if you can see, there are so many APIs got triggered backend. So where my business or MDM APIs got integrated with the front end or some e-commerce platforms. So these all configurations, these are end to end can be configured in our IDMC, which we call it as a IPaaS or IICS. So up to integration level only we call it as a IPaaS. When it comes to full fledged, right, we call it as a IDMC. So this is what simple diagram. Okay, simple diagram. If you
So
can see,
iPaaS
right?
explain B2B business, cloud-based applications, devices,
Yeah.
SaaS
Yes.
application. Okay, so
Yeah.
all these are coming into PaaS.
Yeah.
PaaS is
So
the product
which?
as a service.
Yeah. So
Okay,
IPaaS, integrated platform as a service.
okay, integrated
Okay.
platform.
So yeah. So if you can see, right. So here the arrow is like a two-way, not in a one-way. So if you can see, it can communicate with the SaaS applications, software as a systems applications with that iPaaS, and iPaaS can be communicated with the SaaS applications. Same as it is with the on-prem applications or B2B partners, cloud-based applications, and data devices. So SaaS applications is nothing but the whatever the IaaS applications we have microservices, or it can like it can be customer 360, or it can be product 360, supplier
Native
360.
SaaS.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been what we can say that IDMC, what I understand, is a PaaS platform, iPaaS platform,
Hmm.
where we can connect SaaS applic services, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So simply like see, if you see iPaaS, right, I stands for integration. So
Hmm.
where we are connecting the systems and moving the data in between those systems.
Got it. Got it.
And the platform, if you see a platform, a single place, this is the platform, a single place to design, to manage, and to monitor all the integrations. And as a service is nothing but provided through a cloud, not a local. So since it's like a cloud based, right, so it is a provided through an cloud, and it is not an I mean installation or something. It can be like a cloud based. Everything will be, I mean everything will be kept on a one of the cloud based applications and all. In a simple terms, right, in a very simple terms, IaaS is like a cloud based platform that helps organization to connect the systems and manage the data flow from one place to another place. That's it.
Okay.
So within the IPOS, I can manage SaaS applications data, on-prem applications data, B2B, all those data in one single place.
Hmm.
Yeah. And there is a one more, like why we call it as a IICS as an IPOS. So it's very simple question, like why we are calling IICS as a IPOS. So as I already told, it is a cloud based. So IICS is also like a cloud based, and IICS supports multiple sources. So uh, you can read your data from any type of the source, like it can be SAP, or it can be
So,
Salesforce,
Ashok,
it can
what's the
be
difference
Snowflake.
between IACS and IDMC?
So yeah, that's what I was trying to explain you. Okay, IICS and IDMC. So IICS is like a integrated platform cloud services.
Hmm.
Informatica integrated cloud service where we are using all the development tools. Okay, where we are using all the development tools which we integrated with each other.
Okay.
And when it comes to IDMC, right? It's IDMC is like a next gen platform. So where we can integrate, I mean, where we are using all the integration platforms along with our governance tools, along with our in Informatica we have Clara AI. Okay, so along with our Clara AI things, all the metadata things, all those things. So which is like a business level. This is
Okay.
like a integration level. So IDMC is like a business level also. You can use both. So that's why
Hmm.
nowadays people are commonly calling it as IDMC.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So how it will works, and right, we have a cloud-based user-friendly where you are going to configure. I mean, where you are going to configure or where you are going to integrate the multiple systems in a one single place.
Hmm. Okay.
There are, yeah.
So, Ashok, before moving on, just can you give me 3 4 minutes?
Sorry.
I need 3 4 minutes break.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So simply, this is what IDMC, Intelligent Data Management Cloud. So where you have the data, I mean, it is like a lifestyle. Okay. See, first you have data in different source systems. Okay. So you want to load or transfer the data into different source system, one source system to another source system. So where we are doing all the development or configurations or the management on the data integration part. So that means you are integrating from one. Let's take a on-prem. You are integrating your data from on-prem Oracle database, for example, Oracle database to SAP source system. So by doing all the cleansings and all.
Hmm.
So and another thing is like a API and app integration. So the one is like a data integration, another is like a API integration. So the main core difference between these two is like data integration comes as part of batch load.
Okay.
Okay. So it will always transfers or loads the data in the form of batch. But when it comes to API, application integration, so it's work as like a real time. For
Hmm.
example, as I already taken the example, Flipkart. So you order the Samsung.
Yeah.
So back end, what it will happen automatically, the real time data. I mean,
REST
immediately
API
you
call
order,
and
right? It calls API and back end the data will get updated and all. So that's what we call it as like a real time integration platform.
okay.
Yeah. So there are two platforms, integration platforms. One is like a data integration, application integration, and
Hmm.
third one is like a data quality. So where you are cleaning your data.
Yeah.
So according to your requirement or according to the client requirement, you are cleaning the data in the form of, I mean, it can be like a cleansing or it can be like enriching all those
Yeah.
things.
Based on the data quality rules we have, DQ
Yeah.
rules, too much food
Yes, exactly.
empties in the database on that.
Yeah. So like that. And one more thing is like a master data management. So we call it as a MDM.
Hmm.
And in IDMC, we call it all those things. The development tool is nothing but the business 360 console. Okay. Where we are going to manage our data by removing the redundancies, maintaining only the unique data, which we call it as a golden record.
Okay.
So yeah. So here under the master data management, you are doing all those developments. So by creating the data model, by applying some cleanse rules on top of the data model, UI customizing UI pages and all, charts, if you have any workflows and all those things will be done in a business 360 console, which we call it as a master data management.
Okay.
But those data, how you can able to view is like we have some microservices called as like a customer. Okay. Customer 360, product 360, supplier 360, material 360, all those things comes into the picture. Those are called as like a business UIs, where they can edit their data or where they can create data, new data, or where they can view their data. So those microservices are called as a business business microservices or business friendly microservices. So those comes for business users.
Okay.
Yeah. And remaining these two parties like a data cataloging and governance and piracy, privacy, where you are going to govern the data, and this comes under the business, uh, business perspective, where you are going to create the dashboards, where you are applying some RBAC access like a role-based access to particular data. For example, if you see, right, sometimes if you add your, some PAN card or some unique identification code, so what will happen? It will just hashes few digits, and last 3 to 4 digits will only be get displayed. So all those things, all those access can be configured on the like data cataloging and governancing all those.
So give me
So
another example for data cataloging. Let's say if I have a product, let's took the
mhm,
Samsung example. So data cataloging will be your catalog of that Samsung product. Let's say,
mhm.
because I did not get the point for data cataloging. What is actually it is?
See, so these two comes under same. So we have one of the microservice called data governance and catalog. Okay. So so in this microservice only, where you are going to govern your data. I mean, 1 second, please. I'm getting one call. Yeah. So simple words to, for easy understanding. So what we are doing is like we are reading the metadata of that data. Metadata is nothing but data about the data. Okay. So it can be history or it can be xref, it can be lineage, all those things. So what we are doing, we are reading the metadata and showing the business, telling that this is how we received the data. As I already told, so we received the data from the Oracle database. We have done some cleanses on the in the CDI level, cloud data integration level, and loaded into the on-prem tools like Salesforce or SAP. So the lineage, where data comes, what happened to my data in the CDI or whatever the in IDMC microservices, and where you send my data. So this tells us like a business, they will get to know that they have visibility about the data, telling that this is how my data changed, this is from where my data getting, all those things. So all such activities we are creating or doing in the data governance and catalog.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a dashboard where we are showing the data, what happened to the data, lineage, and all.
Hmm.
Yeah. And and now we have one more AI chatbot like Claire AI, which is Informatica's Claire GPT. We call it as a. So where we have Claire AI on the top of complete IDMC level. Okay. So we
Okay.
can use the Claire GPT like Chat GPT. If you see microservices, so we have Claire GPT. So where you can give a prompt and ask like what is the data, what you can do, all those things. It's like still enhancing the stage. It's not completely enhanced. Okay.
Hmm.
It's like enhancing stage.
But
They are
I
doing
cannot
it.
see this in my platform
It should
for
be
my.
enabled here. It
It is
should be
not.
enabled.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
service is
It's
not available.
it's like a license and it should be enabled. This is what you can directly give a prompt how you are using the chat GPT or other chatbots and all. So
Hmm.
it will go according to them. So it will work only on the top of IDMC. Only inside the IDMC only it will work.
Okay.
It won't work outside all those things. So for example, right, let me show you how it will work. So I have my business 360 control, something I provide. So like that, show my all business entity records. from particular business entity. Let's like a person. So like that, you can just give a prompt,
Mm.
and it will go and it will search that particular. See, use the discover agent to find the business entity. So like that, it will give all those how ChatGPT is working. But
Good.
still, yeah, it's not like completely enhanced. It is in under the still enhanced stage and all.
Okay. Yeah, I discussed this with
So
Informatic.
this,
So they are saying that it will be available. The service is available in end of September, I think, or July.
mm, okay, okay, might be they are doing some patching
Yeah,
upgrades on the top of that pod.
yeah,
So hope now you got the complete understanding about the IICS and IDMC
yeah.
on the top level, not like complete
High
in
level,
depth.
yes.
Like top level, you got it right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that is what. So yeah, on cloud, Informatica Cloud architecture, and yeah, introduction to various IICS services, right? So as a administrator, you should know what are all the services, why all these services are using. Okay. So
so
yeah,
how
let's come with
this
the first.
API center application integration. So this
Yeah,
is it is CDI.
integration center.
So this is
No.
called, yeah.
So yeah, let me give you. Okay. So as I already told, application integration. So where you are creating or integrating the third party applications. So for example, you want to integrate like a Salesforce. So you are creating some application connection on the top of the Salesforce, and if you want to use some logics, so you can create a workflow or a process. We call it as a process where you are going to build your logic according to that, and
Mm,
integrating the and sending our data into other source systems like that.
mm,
So yeah, you now you created a one process or logic in the application integration. So that means that it is not like a fully restricted. Okay. So for example, I have created one API. So that means it should not be like a public, right? I should
mm,
use some restrict and I should manage that API. So for that, so we have one more microservice called API Center. Okay. So where you are going to manage your API, telling that this API should work only on particular IPs. Let's take you restricted all the public things and you want to access only through that API through an particular system.
mm,
So what you are doing, you are giving access to the particular system IP address. So like that, you can able to restrict the access of it. And and another thing also where you can able to tell that user. So it is not none of all APIs like won't work without the authentication, right? So where you can create some authentication policy on the top of that API and all. And you can also restrict, like for example, my API should work only for my API will work only. You can hit only 3 times per minute,
mm.
like that. So you can also manage like that. So all those management, publishing, monitoring, all those comes into under this API center. So application integration microservice is like a development part. API center is like a managing your API by applying some policies, whether it can be like a IP restricted policies, it can be like a authentication policies. All those policies you will be configuring in the API center. And also, see, let's take simple example. We have like a google.com, right? So that we call it as a google.com, we call it as a DNS. So those DNS, for example, my API also should have the DNS. So you can configure all those DNS configurations and all in the API center, telling that the my API should work with this initially with the DNS center, following with the endpoint like that. So
Okay.
such configuration managing and all comes under the API center.
Okay, so
And
let's
yeah,
say. if I'll just connecting Oracle to
Mm-hmm.
IDMC,
Okay.
then the REST API should be configured in API centers. Let's say we
Yes.
have four tables. I need to bring that four tables, which is for item, supplier, and product, from
Mm-hmm.
Oracle to IDMC. That APIs will be configured here in API center, and whatever the data. So our target will be Oracle, because I will enrich the data in Informatica by business users, and whatever the data will flow to Oracle, because our target source is Oracle, and
Mm-hmm.
our repository will be the Informatica. So these APIs will be configured in this place, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So there are two ways, as I already told. So application integration, which we call it as a CI, Cloud Application Integration. So we are building like a real-time APIs. It's not like a batch wise. So when we have real-time integration scenarios or use cases, we will be using application integration. If you don't have, or if you have like a, for example, so what are all the changes done today should get loaded, I mean updated at the evening particular time. So which we call it as like a batch load or batch integration. So that can be done in the integration.
Okay.
So yeah, and one more microservice call it like application integration console. This is nothing but the console of this particular application integration microservice. So
Sorry,
here
sorry, one
you
second.
can see,
So anything real
yeah,
time will be configured in application
hmm,
integration, right?
yeah,
Real time will be configured to the application,
real time
and batch
application integration,
and batch load will be configured in API center.
API center. Yes,
Okay.
yeah, and one more thing is like a application integration console. So here is a console for the application integration where you can monitor all the process executed. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, it's like a logs, okay, logs of the particular process.
Hmm.
And so if, see backend, you trigger one API. How would I would administrator knows that he triggered an API. And for as a developer also, I should know that if there is any errors or if you want to monitor such things, so you should have that logs, right? So
Yeah.
all those logs and console under this application integration console, you can able to see all those executed processes, and sometimes you can manage also that process. So as part of that API center also, here also you can manage and undeploy that or unpublish that process.
To manage in a sense to delete the log
Manage it.
or
No, manage in the sense, for example, I have one process which is running from a long time. So if that process is running from such a long time, so backend my system, I mean system is consuming some IPUs, right?
IPUs. Yes.
Yeah. So to restrict that, so what we are doing in the application integration control, I mean console, we can stop and we can rerun it. So such kind of activities you can do it in the application integration console.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so these two, as per I feel, so no, as no developer used all these two, but yeah, as per my knowledge, so these two comes under the business 360 console. Okay.
Which two? Sorry.
So B2B gateway
Okay.
and B2B partners portal. Okay. These two comes under the business 360 console, which up to now I never used these two things.
Mhm. Okay.
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 But yeah, and yeah, when it comes to business 360 console, right? So we call it as a MDM, master data management, or MDM SaaS. In
Hmm.
IDMC, we call it as a MDM SaaS. So where you are going to create the data model, or where you are going to design your data model, load the data into multiple source systems, and I mean do some match and match, trust and survivalship configurations.
Workflow.
Yeah, what are all the things can be done to remove the redundancies and just to maintain the golden record, right? So all
Hmm.
such. management or master data management, so comes under this business 360 console. So this is like a one of the development one of the microservice used by the developer.
Hmm. Developer.
Okay.
So administrator
Yeah.
cannot use this.
Yeah, you can use it if you have access. You can use it.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and as I already told, customer 360 is like a customer UI itself. So for example, I can open and show. Okay, here you are nothing doing, no development activities coming into picture here. It's like a one of the UI where you are going to provide access to business user. That's it. So meanwhile, okay, okay. Mm,
Okay, until it's open.
yeah, until it's open, let's go to data governance and catalog. As I already told you, right? So
Uh,
this is the place where you are go on your data, and I mean, what you can track your data, what happened to your data, and you can read your. I mean, it will work on top of the metadata. It will never work on the exact data what we have, but yeah, it will work always on the top of the metadata.
so
What
are
data
you
we have?
using this data governance and catalog?
Yeah,
Do you use this?
yes.
In which terms you use it? In which for what purpose you use this?
So that see, it's all depends upon. For example, some customers might need only the business 360 MDM. Some
Mhm.
customers need only the DQ. Some customers need only the data governance. It's all depending upon what are all the challenging they are facing as per their requirement.
Okay, I get all these services, but what I'm looking for is data governance and catalog. So,
Mhm.
how do I design the data governance? Let's say it's only a workflow, or can you open this and show me what is inside here?
So before doing, I mean, data collab, we have one more microservice called the metadata scan center. Okay. So this
Okay.
is the place where you are creating the, I mean, doing the metadata. Okay. This is the first place to enter into the CDGC metadata command center. Here you are creating some catalogs. Okay.
Hmm.
So telling that, I mean, for example, let's take Oracle. Okay. You are scanning the Oracle metadata, and through CDGC, you are accessing the data. For example, see, this is simple like dashboards. Okay. So I have some, let me see what are all. See, for example, banking, finance, I have.
So this is data governance and catalog you open.
Yeah, yes. If you see data governance and catalog.
Hmm.
So here, so you can overview your data. If you have some hierarchies on the top of your data, we can see that one also. Relationships, all those things, as I already told. So it is like a complete structure of your data, what happened to your data. And we have also restrict your data and all, CDM.
Hmm.
So yeah, as a part of administrator, so you are not going to use it anything, and your role is not at all required in the CDGC.
Okay.
So yeah. And one more microservice is called like a data ingestion replication, so which is nothing but as a part of data integration. So if you let me open the data integration. So before they have different microservices and all, like a data integration, replication, synchronization, and all such microservices they have. Now what they have done, they have integrated, I mean, they have combined all those microservices into one single platform called as a data integration. So in data integration only you can able to see all the components, like for example here data ingestion and replication microservice is there. So this one you are already you can able to see in the data integration also. So here is the place where you come into picture, I mean administrator come into picture by creating the connections to read the data, or to pick the data from different source systems, whatever the source systems they have. Simply we call it as a upstream source systems and all.
Hmm.
Okay. So if you see, right, as I already told, customer 360, it's like a simple UI. So you are not going to develop anything here. So you can create a new record by creating the new. It's like a homepage. You can add some dashboards. All those things which is like a part of the development here. It's like a customer UI. Yeah, and let me open data integration. Okay. So meanwhile, yeah, let's go to data marketplace. Okay. So it's like one of the Flipkart or some platform where you are displaying your data to some other teams to utilize the data. That's it. So here
Okay.
also there is
Within the
nothing where.
company, right?
Sorry.
Within the company, within the organization,
Yeah,
or
yeah, within the organization. Within the organization, it will not be like a public. It is like a within organization. If you have a user in this IICS organization, you can able to view the data, whatever all we have published as into the data marketplace. That's it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and data profiling, which is the place where you are going to invent or discover the data, what type of data you have, and all such things. And the data quality microservice, where you are going to create the data quality rules or cleans functions to clean your data, or where you can standardize your data and all. So that data validation is like it's also like a part of data quality. So this, since it's like a old IDMC, so you have different, but yeah. So data validation is also like a
But
part
in
of
the
data
new
quality.
IDMC, it is merged or it is still
It is
separate?
merged. It is merged. We have a, like a validation itself in data quality. You can use directly that one. And yeah, human task. So which will comes as a part of CI. So for example, if you want to use some approval process, like for example, if you go to bank, right? So once you create a new application, they won't directly create a new account, right? So they need
Mm.
some approvals from the management or manager or like that. So all such human interactions, if you want to add in your logic or in your flow, so this is the human task microservice where you are going to use it.
So it's very important then.
Yeah, it depends upon. For yeah, when it comes to MDM has its own task connections and all, so not required. But yeah, when it comes to any other third parties, right, so this human task can use it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, let's say if buyer is asking to create a new product, list a new product from product
Mm-hmm.
360, and I
Mm-hmm.
need the certain approval for that. So I can
Uh-huh.
use this human task to get the approvals and
No,
then
no,
do it.
no. Yeah, that's what I'm telling. So if you have already have a data in B360, okay,
Mm.
you have already a data model configured in the B360, you no need to create the, I mean, we no need to
Oh,
use the human task. Okay.
okay.
So the MDM has its own task configuration, human task configurations and all. When it comes to others, okay, apart from I mean MDM, if you want to use it, any human interactions, you can use the human task. That's it. So
Mm.
yeah, this will also work within the IDMC. It will not work out of the IDMC.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, metadata command center where we are going to create the catalogs and all. Multi-domain MDM, which is also like a kind of customer UI, business UI. That's it. So the naming behind that multi-domain MDM is like, so you can use all the domains. For example, you can use the product within the multi-domain. You can use customer. You can use the supplier. All the domains within the multi-domain MDM UI page. That's it.
Mm.
And yeah, product 360, supplier 360 also same. So it's like a business UIs. Yeah, and when it comes to reference 360, right? So here is the place where you are maintaining your reference data. So yeah, this is used under the MDM, I mean business 360 console only. Yeah, before that, yeah, we need to configure what are all the reference objects we have under this reference 360 object.
But this reference, let's say we look up, can
Mhm.
also be configured within the services product 360 like supplier 360, right?
It will come automatically. So for example, yeah, anyway, I open, right. Let me open any one of the customer, okay.
So what I'm saying, if I don't have this
Mm-hmm.
reference 360 services,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Instead, I can use the VLOOKUP like list of values to pick up the value, correct value for the
Hmm.
attribute.
No, no, that's what I'm telling. So if without config, for example, yeah, let's take a gender. Okay, gender. We know that genders have male, female, and others. Okay, not more than that. So that
Mm.
means we have a standard data there,
Mm.
which is not going to get changed further also. So those data, those type of data, we are maintaining under the reference data. For example, let's take gender. See, let's take this one. Okay, let's take electronic address status. We know that the status should be only this: active, blocked, invalid, not in use,
Okay.
not apart from this. So that means we are reducing our maintaining unused data. So we are just maintaining the standard data for the particular column. So all those things, right? All those lookups we are configuring under the reference 360 microservice.
So if I'm saying that I don't have the reference 360, but I need
Hmm.
to maintain the standard for this electronic application, how can
Hmm.
we achieve this?
I mean, you are talking about the microservice level, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about let's say product 360 or supplier 360. Okay, in this
Okay.
services, and
Hmm.
the same thing. If I have the application, whatever you are showing me this attribute,
Hmm.
and we have the static list of value which is active, not in use, whatever.
Yes, yes.
So I can configure the lookup values specifically in product 360, or I need the reference 360.
You need reference 360. You
Hmm.
need reference 360 to maintain it. You can't configure such things on these things. You should have reference 360 to maintain such things.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, administrator, we know that we are going to have a deep into the administrator.
Hmm.
I mean, Cloud GPT, which is nothing but the chatbot of this on top of this IDMC.
Yeah, yeah, got it.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, monitor. So monitor is like a where you can monitor all the CDI jobs. Okay. We
Hmm.
have application integration console where we can monitor all our application logs. I mean, integration logs. But yeah, we have one more monitor where you can monitor or where you can access the status or where you can see all the running jobs,
Hmm.
all job status under the monitor CDI related. For the data integration, we have a monitor microservice.
For data integration.
Yeah, this is for cloud data integration,
Okay.
where you are going to monitor, or if you want to stop, or if you want to restart the job. So all such activity should be done. I mean, can be done under the monitor microservice.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, one more thing is like operational insights. So this is like a this is also like a monitoring page for all the microservices. So this monitoring page will work for MDM, application integration console, CDI, application consoles. All those monitoring can all done in the operational insights.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, these are all overview of all the application microservices which we are going to use in IDMC.
Hmm.
So yeah, and so these are depends upon the licensed. Okay, for example, if you want to use the reference 360 microservice, you should have that licensed. Then
Hmm.
only this microservice will get enabled. On same as it is, if you want to use the MDM or if you want to use the
So
governance, right?
let me give you the example. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we just we are in on we are just deploying the Informatica right now, and we have I am working in the retail company, but
Mm-hmm.
we haven't get the license for reference 360. We had multiple discussion with Informatica, especially.
Okay.
So they said that in this on this stage you don't need reference 360. Whatever the lookups, you can do it directly on the product 360, customer 360, or supplier 360. So whatever the lookup value, let's say country, we have list of value for
Mm-hmm.
statics. So this
Okay.
can be defined directly in these services. No need for reference 360. So we haven't get the license for reference 360.